Have you ever wondered what it would actually take to raise a herd of organic yaks? Well, today we're going to dive into this really unique and sustainable corner of agriculture. It's a place where, ancient practices meet modern-day eco-consciousness. So let's just get right into it.
All right, let's be honest. When you picture a farm, you're probably not picturing a field full of yaks, right? But trust me, there is a surprisingly strong case to be made for these shaggy, pretty magnificent creatures. And we're about to find out exactly why.
So for a second, just forget everything you know about traditional livestock. Yaks, they offer this really compelling alternative. And it's not just about turning a profit, it's about building a more sustainable future, one that's genuinely better for the land and for us, the consumers. And yeah, let's not forget, the fluff factor is a serious bonus.
Okay, so what's the big deal with an organic yak, anyway? It is so much more than just a fancy label you see on a package. We're going to unpack what it really means to go organic in the world of yak farming.
You can really think of organic yak farming as a kind of partnership with nature. The goal is pretty simple: raise healthy animals on healthy land, and do it all without relying on synthetic chemicals or a ton of interventions. It's truly a win-win for the yaks, for the farmer, and of course, for the person who ends up buying the products.
It all kind of boils down to three core principles. First up, there's a super strict no synthetics rule. That means absolutely no artificial pesticides or fertilizers touch the land or the animals. Then, the yak's welfare always comes first, which means letting them live as naturally as they possibly can. And finally, everything is focused on long-term sustainability, from conserving water to building rich, healthy soil.
You see, it makes sense, right? Healthy yaks need a healthy home. And that all starts from the ground up, literally. The soil is the living foundation of any successful organic farm, and getting that right is absolutely the first, most critical step. Getting your land certified? Now that's a process that requires some real commitment. I mean, look at this. Your land has to be completely free of prohibited chemicals for at least 3 years. That's a long detox. Then, the soil gets thoroughly tested to make sure it's not just clean, but also rich in all the right nutrients. And instead of buying synthetic fertilizers, you're building fertility the old-fashioned way, using natural stuff like compost to create this amazing, thriving ecosystem for your yaks. And here's where this brilliant technique called rotational grazing comes in. Instead of just letting the yaks munch on one huge pasture until it's totally bare, you move them through smaller sections. It's kind of like a traveling buffet for them. This gives the grass a chance to grow back strong, it keeps the soil healthy and covered, and it means the yaks always have fresh, tasty food to eat. It's such a simple idea, but it has a huge impact. All right, now for the main event, the yaks themselves. A healthy environment is a fantastic start, but how do you keep a whole herd happy and thriving under organic standards day in and day out? Let's take a look.
This right here, this is where the organic approach really shines. See, it's all about preventing sickness in the first place, not just reacting to it when it happens. So instead of things like routine antibiotics and growth hormones, the focus is on creating a low-stress environment with clean water and a really robust diet. And you can forget standardized feed. These yaks get to enjoy a diverse, natural buffet of grasses and forage. That's what builds a powerful immune system from the inside out.
So what does a day in the life of an organic yak even look like? Well, it's about getting the essentials absolutely right. We're talking clean water, plenty of room to roam and just be a herd, and good shelter from the elements. Oh, and I want to be super clear on this. Organic does not mean no modern medicine. Vaccines are still used to prevent disease because, hey, a healthy yak is a happy yak.
Okay, so all this care and commitment sounds great for the yaks and the planet, but let's be real. It also has to work as a business. So let's get down to brass tacks and see how all this hard work can translate into a seriously profitable venture.
Now, getting that official organic stamp of approval, it might seem complicated, but it's actually a pretty straightforward three-step process. First, you've got to document your land's chemical-free history. Then, an inspector from an accredited agency will come check out your farm and make sure you're walking the talk. And finally, you just have to keep detailed records of pretty much everything you do. It's all about transparency and accountability.
And once you're certified, that's when the fun really begins. Yaks are kind of like a one-stop shop for premium organic products. You've got lean, nutritious meat, you've got rich, creamy milk that's absolutely perfect for things like artisanal cheeses, and then there's their incredible wool, an undercoat so fine and soft it actually rivals cashmere.
Let's just talk about the meat for a second.
Because for health-conscious consumers, organic yak meat is a total game changer. It is incredibly lean, we're talking up to 95% lean, and it's packed with nutrients. Plus, it comes with this powerful story of sustainability that really resonates with people. It's a premium product that's just perfectly positioned to stand out in the market.
So, how does this all add up financially? Well, it's not just about being able to sell your products at a premium price, although you can definitely do that. You're also saving a ton of money over time because you're ditching all those expensive synthetic fertilizers and chemicals. And most importantly, you are investing in the long-term health of your soil, which is a priceless asset that's going to keep your farm productive for generations to come.
You know, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? Organic yak farming isn't just about one of these things. It's the perfect blend of sustainability, environmental responsibility, and profitability. And that's exactly what makes it such a powerful and compelling idea.
When you step back, it's a beautiful cycle, really. Healthy animals and healthy soil lead to these amazing high-quality products. And at the exact same time, more and more people are actively looking to support exactly this kind of farming with their dollars. It's a system that truly benefits everyone involved. It's a fascinating thought to leave you with. In a world that's searching for more sustainable ways to produce our food, maybe the answer isn't just about new technology. Maybe it's also about rediscovering the wisdom of raising ancient, resilient animals like the yak.
Want to raise healthy yaks and avoid costly mistakes? Get your copy of How to Raise Yaks by Gerard Don in the description box below and discover everything you need to turn your yak farming dream into a profitable reality.